back here on Pregame Live. Let's get over to my guy, Max Letterman. Hey, he is decked out. That's my guy right there.
Max is like one of those scream teamers that throw the cheerleaders up, get the crowd pumped up before the game.
It's fan night, man, right?
Let's go.
It's the last home
Let's
game
go.
of the season.
Hey, Max, pump everybody up. Let's go.
Last home game of the season, right? And no,
right.
this is not a mic pack in my pocket. I'm just happy to see you guys, okay? But we want to talk about Paul Pierce, all right? Because on ESPN Countdown the other night on Friday, they asked him who had a better career, him or Dwyane Wade. And he said he did because if he had LeBron and Chris Bosh in his prime or Shaq, he would have had all those accolades and everything. So I wanted to ask you guys, let's break it down, tail of the tape. Who had a better career? So let's start off with scoring. Dwyane Wade versus Paul Pierce. Who you got?
I mean, what, you have stats on this?
You got stats, or you want us?
I think Pierce
Who's
is
a better scorer?
I think D Wade was a better scorer. I don't know if that to be true, but you got.
But Pierce
you
had
have
the total package.
Yeah, but you have early Pierce where he was dominant.
Yeah.
He dropped 48 and a half in overtime on my Nets team back in the day, and I thought it was like the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life. And D Wade was also a beast, but if you just had to separate those out, Pierce was so much more than that.
Yeah.
So I would say I would give the nod to probably D Wade, but I could be wrong by that based on the stats.
Yeah, that's tough. The stats. What do the stats say, Max?
Dwyane Wade was a better scorer. He had a higher per-game average, and he also led the league in scoring one year.
Yeah, all right. I can't disagree with that one.
What about passing? Who was the better passer, the playmaker for his team?
Pierce.
Pierce was, huh?
When Rondo would get suspended or whatever, Pierce would play point guard. And when he was in high school, he had all kinds of games where he played point guard. At Kansas, they played him at point guard at some time. The guy was he was a big-time distributor. So I would say Pierce, by far, is a better passer.
But you could argue with D Wade, those years without LeBron, Wade had the ball in his hands a lot.
Yeah, but he wasn't as good of a passer as Pierce.
What
you got, Max?
No, it's true. I mean, Pierce was more of like the point forward before. And Dwyane Wade, they said that when they drafted him, they were going to play him at point guard, but they didn't really. I mean, and then LeBron was there so soon that he took over. So you're right on that. What about clutch? This one's tough, and there's no stats.
This is tough. This is a tough.
No, it's not tough for me.
Who do you want taking the shot?
I know it's not tough for you. You played with the dude.
No, but you guys only look at clutch as like the last shot. I look at clutch as like when a team's on an 8-0 run and the offensive possession was trash, and Pierce gets the ball, he's going to get you a bucket. That's what clutch is to me. Or like that's more than just at the end of games. So you might say that because D Wade has some good end of game moments.
Yeah.
Pierce was a beast when you gave him the ball and the shot clock was running down. Pierce was more clutch.
Nah, but here's the thing, Scout. Stopping an 8-0 run in November in Sacramento, I don't care about that. When you talk about iconic moments, and Pierce has some too, no doubt about it, I'm talking the biggest of games, raising his level also. D Wade was right there. See, that's the thing about this conversation. I don't think you could choose one over the other cleanly on any of these. These are two great players we're talking about. So if I'm a flip-flop, I'm a just flip-flop. Like, it's hard. I can't say Pierce is better than...
My eye says Pierce is more
clutch. But you played with the guy.
No, I'm just telling you.
I'm
being honest.
Look, I can do both. There you go.
All right, there you go.
And what about help?
So you're saying D Wade's more clutch? All right, I can't wait to see Paul Pierce. I'm going to tell him. Go ahead.
So, well, let's talk about help. So, I mean, this is obviously Dwyane Wade had more help for the longer amount of his career than Paul Pierce did. But what would happen if Pierce was in Wade's situation and Wade was in Pierce's situation? Who would have had the better career then?
Pierce would.
Pierce would. Yeah. I get, but
there's no. By the way, on this debate, there is no debate. D Wade has had a better career because he won the championship.
Right.
He played with LeBron. He played with Shaq. But yeah, the argument is not who had a better career. It's who's the better player.
And you could argue help. I mean, it's the same thing with Iverson. If Iverson played with Shaq, he would have had a great
100%,
career. You know?
Yeah.
So, all right, what else you got, Max?
All right, now this is the most important one, and I'm glad you brought Shaq up because I want to know who had the better nickname. Both of them were given to the respective player by Shaq. We have Flash and we got The Truth. Which one is it? And there is a correct answer here.
No, it's The Truth.
The Truth is pretty sweet.
I think The Truth is good. Like, that's and if I'm correct, Shaq gave D Wade Flash when he was teammates with him.
Yeah.
he gave Paul Pierce the truth when he was going against, like, you know, when he was with the Lakers. So,
holds more weight.
Yeah, it holds more weight when an opponent gives you that.
And they're both distant second to the White Mamba, but I'm just saying.
No, you guys are absolutely correct. That is, the truth is, you know, arguably one of the best nicknames in sports. That is like just a really good one. It's almost as good as the answer for Allen Iverson.
Yeah, that also. So Max, so do you agree? Career, Wade, player, Pierce.
No, I think Wade is probably. Actually, you know what? Fine, I'll go with Pierce.
He was about to do it. He worked his charade. He worked his charade.
Yeah, I'll go with Pierce. Fine.
All right, Max, he don't want his Twitter mentions to blow up. That's what that is. All right, Max, good stuff.
Great sweatsuit, Max. Now go throw those cheerleaders up in the air.
Celtics fans.